So, Barona, home track, definitely anticipating rain today. I had a whole plan. I was going to get my car ready for a national in Arizona for next week, but it didn't work out. So here we are, a local track. Hoping to have fun. See how we do. I think 14 cars or 15 cars checked in. So decent turnout for a race that everybody thought was not gonna exist. My car wasn't ready, so I had very much planned on not having a car together for this weekend because I didn't think I was gonna race. So I had a whole plan on spending the whole day hanging out with my kids and working on the race car in between. But it's not how it worked out. Look at it. Beautiful. Beautiful day. That's okay. Race anyway. Car's mostly good. We'll see. Looking at it kind of looks like a little offsetter, so we'll see how it ends up actually looking. Let's get after it. So here we are getting ready for the heat race, getting on the track, and check to make sure the engine's running good, make sure everything feels good, and oh look, it seems to be doing the exact same thing it did in Imperial. Super stoked. It's awesome. After slamming my car together for 2-3 hours, car doesn't work. No drive. Just sucks. Not the best. Man, what an adventure after the heat race. Luckily, there's some great dudes around here. The adapter that goes from the engine to my drivetrain broke, stripped out entirely. So I was ready to pack up, go home, massive frustration. But somebody had a spare, and through a lot of crunch, we were able to get the spare back in the car. So it all worked out. We'll see how it goes. We did our best, and arriving dark and stuff. So hopefully it's 6. Hopefully it works. Let's get after it. Yeah, go. Starting like in the back. So probably could at least get it forward a little bit. Let's go. It's now main event time. Starting way in the back, way deep in the field. Decided to not even do a shift at the start. So many cars in front of me. I'd rather just kind of hang back. I don't know what the track looks like. I don't know what the track's going to feel like. I just hang back a little bit, see how the track works out. Trying to find a rhythm, trying to find a groove, see what people are doing. And try to just pick off what I can. Get a couple pretty quick off. See what people are going to. People seem to be going low. Track looks super rutted, super bumpy, super blue groove down at the bottom. So it's kind of surprised so many people are going down low. But I don't know where I'm at. I'm feeling a push right off the bat. Not particularly liking that a ton, but and then it's overreacting and it's really loose on exit. So having to use a lot of throttle control just to keep it we're pointing in the right direction because it really didn't want to. But then we get our first caution of the night and rack them back up and get to the green flag again. So I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm just looking to see what's going on. Where can I find a good spot? Who looks fast in front of me, and what can I do to copy what they're doing? The car still wants to wander a bit, but it still doesn't want to turn that great, and I think it's more of a track condition than anything else. And also with me not really having a good feel of what the car was going to do. Really wanted to oversteer, but if I would have had any time, I probably would have looked and added some cross weight. So we got another caution flag, racking back up. This time got a decent start. Having a little bit of trouble with my stars, and my timing was off a little bit, but this one wasn't too bad. That initial turn in, the car just really not really wanting to go too much. I also was probably hesitating a little bit because I really was afraid of the car oversteering out of the corner and looping it. And that's really what I was trying to avoid. You see Chase Wilson in front of me. He's having a little bit of trouble with the oversteering as well. Car's coming around quite a bit. I'm starting to kind of feel a groove. I get right next to Chase. He decides to close down on it pretty hard, and which is totally reasonable. He could hear me coming, and so I just want to shut the door. but then we have another caution. So, I mean, we've already had more laps than they had the last race when I hit the wall, so we're doing okay. Back in the game, another restart, and now I'm kind of starting to settle in a little bit more. I'm kind of starting to feel what the car is going to do, and I'm watching the guys in front of me, what looks fast for them. So in my mind, I'm kind of starting to feel that the outside is going to be the quickest, not with any certainty, but Chase gets pretty loose again, and at this point, I'm starting to think, well, you know, these guys in front of me are looking a little loose, getting a little squirrely. You know, maybe what might be best right here is if I, you know, kind of just start to back off a little bit and let them go. I don't really hear any more cars behind me, and I can kind of just trying to find some lines, see if I can find something different. And with how many cautions we've already had, I kind of expected we'd get another one. So I figured, well, let's try to figure out what's faster, what's going to be comfortable. Now my tires are up to temperature. Car feels a lot better. It was fairly cool. It was like 60 degrees at track temperature. So, plus the track being pretty slick as well didn't help. So I figured I'd just kind of let myself just try to figure out the track. And I started to get a groove around now. And I started to say, okay, well, these guys are battling. They're going to slow down a little bit. I'll be able to push my way back up. I think I'm actually faster than them. After they got away and I was able to start closing it back down. So now that high groove is really kind of coming into me. The car's rotating a little bit more. I'm finding what is working for my car and for me and making me feel comfortable. And you can see in the course of a lap or two, the gap comes basically back down to nothing. So the last lap I probably gained back another quarter second, a couple more turns, and I'll basically be right over his gearbox. And a lot of it was these laps where I was kind of by myself. I was able to just basically drive hot laps, and make perfect lines. And I wasn't in the thick of it, so it was not particularly difficult to do good laps. And I could just focus on making good turns, setting the car well, and closing the gap back up. And it actually gave me an opportunity to really find what was going to work for me. I got a big drive out of here in this next corner. I thought for sure, I'm like, okay, well, I'm caught back up to him. I thought for sure I got Chase. And gave him a little, hey buddy, wave out the window when we racked back up. So another restart. Actually got a good start this time. Got by Chase on the restart there. And now we're basically in the last throws of the race, about 6 laps to go at the restart. And now that top line is feeling pretty good for me. Still getting a little bit of a push. I need to go back through everything and actually try to figure out why that was happening, because I may just have been waiting too long to set the car, but because I felt pretty good, but it didn't want to turn right away, and then it would just suddenly snap over. So I'm having either some issue with roll or something that's causing a bit of an imbalance to the rear. This turn right here, it was a little bit of a pucker factor because I slid way higher than I really hoped to. That last lap, I believe, was my fastest lap, and as you can tell, I can really close down on the next 2 cars in front of me. I thought I had a really good shot of getting by these next 2 guys, but I made a couple mistakes. Like I said, now I'm not running hot laps, but somebody made more mistakes, so that's how I got by him with about a lap, 2 laps ago. I believe this is the white flag right here. So you get to the white flag, and or maybe this is 2 laps ago. So we're getting through here, and just that exit, I'm losing some time to Devin right in front of me. But up here in turn 3 and 4, I'm closing back in just a touch, and we get the white flag here, and there's a spin, and this ends up being a checkered and yellow flag. So the main event went about as good as it could. Having started the back, I made it up 10 spots from 15th or 16th to 5th. And so, a little bit hard charger. Yeah, a lot of people like spun and crash. So, but keep your nose out of it. I'm within a tenth or two of some of the really, really fast guys. So that's really what we're hoping for, especially when our car was just kind of thrown together at last minute. So, hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys liked the narration. I've had some positive reviews on it, so I'm gonna keep doing it for the season. See if people still like it or they get annoyed hearing my voice. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Like, subscribe, etc. And see you next one. Mojave next. Cheers.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight.